Okay, you are in the kitchen with Jelly 007, and tonight I'm going to show you how I cook lemon pepper wings in the Instant Pot, of course. And I say wings when I actually mean drumettes, because I'm kind of partial to drumettes, and that's about $5 worth, 1.3 pounds. And this is going to be as simple as it gets, because right there is all we're going to put on them, and that is Lawry's lemon pepper marinade. Now, I know a lot of people see me using Lawry's a lot of times, so I'm sure they think that somebody's paying me to say this. They're not. Those people do not know who I am. I just like their products. I really do. They got some good products, so that's all it is. What we're going to do, though, and we're going to get this as short and simple as possible, as always. We'll see how that turns out, but we're going to put these in here, in this container, and I'm going to put about, I don't know, a third of that bottle on there, shake them up, shake them around. Then we're going to put those in the Instant Pot and 1.5 cups of water. And I mean, if you want to, and sometimes I do, you can grind some fresh black pepper on them and add maybe some fresh lemon juice, maybe even slices of lemon on your wings. But tonight, I just want to show you, I mean, tonight, everybody else in the house has already ate. It's late. I'm eating late. It happens a lot here. So I'm cooking just for myself. This is one serving, if you ask me. That's one serving. And I'm just trying to do it short and simple. I mean, obviously, though, you can add fresh lemon or fresh ground black pepper, and it'll change it a little bit, but it's not enough to worry about. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. If you do, go ahead. But anyhow, I'm going to set this down and set the camera down and get some things started, and come right back in just a second and show you exactly what I do. We'll be right back. Okay, so all we're doing is opening these up. Pour them in here. And then we're going to pour some of that lemon pepper sauce or marinade on them. And mix it up. And it's probably, like I said, this is probably something I don't have to show. But I just like to show, I don't know. I just like to show things, I guess. So, what we're doing is we're going to just put a light coating on them. Again, this is when you could, well, you know what? I don't know if I would add anything fresh right now. If I was going to do it, I'd do it after they cook and before I put them in under the broiler, because the broiler is the trick to it, that I think. And it doesn't have to have the broiler option. But we're going to do it just like this right here. And I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but this is my trivet from my Instant Pot, and this is just a steamer basket. Now, I use that so I can lift it out of there easier. I put this on here just so I can lift it out if I want to. I don't always, but if I have more wings than that, I might, and I can lift it out without them falling into the pot. Now, I do remove this center piece before I set it in there. And move that out of the way, put this here, and that is pretty much it. Well, actually, I'm going to pour this water in here now, so I don't have to worry about rinsing off my marinade. So that's 1.5 cups of water. As you know, with the Instant Pot, you have to have water for it to produce steam to build pressure. So now all I'm going to do is put these right here, and I might move them around a little bit. It's not a, you know, if you don't, it's not a crisis if they're standing on top of each other, but I'd rather them not be. So anyhow, that marinade is on, and it's a fantastic lemon pepper marinade. It's good on a lot of things, but it works real well like this. But I'll show you what it looks like. And all we got to do now is put the lid on. Make sure you move your thing to seal, of course. And then we're going to do 9 minutes. And, well, it's already set to 9, but if you press these to get it where you want, but I do a 9 minutes on chicken wings. So that's it. So now all we're going to do is wait on that to come up, wait on that to come on, and then wait on that to come up to pressure, which probably take about 10 minutes, 9 minutes to cook, and then I'll be getting a sheet pan ready to put those on to stick onto the broiler. And one thing I will say right quick, this is important. And we're going to use this again. So you have to wash it because of cross-contamination or just because you've had raw chicken in here. So be sure and wash this while your wings are cooking. And but anyhow, we'll be right back in a minute, and I'll show you some fantastic, and I mean really are. If you like lemon pepper wings, you'll love these. And but anyhow, we'll be right back in a minute to show you what they come out as, how they look. Okay, our time is up, and the drumettes are done. So all we're going to do is a quick release. And one thing I will say, and I always say it in all my videos, don't have your hand over this vent when you release it, and you're fixing to see why. But that's all you got to do. We're going to let that bleed down, and then we'll pull them out and recoat them with the Lawry's lemon pepper and get them ready to go in the oven under the broiler. Okay, the pan just dropped at roughly 2 minutes. So we're going to see what they look like. And they look like chicken wings or drumettes. So what we're going to do now is get them moved into the bucket or the container I have to mix them up with. And as simple as this right here. I'm going to do it real quick. I'm not going to lift them out with like I would if I had a lot. I'm just going to move them with my tongs. No big deal. Because all we're going to do right now is let them soak in the marinade for maybe 5-10 minutes, and I'll be getting the stuff for the broiler going. So we're pretty much at a pretty short time right now. I mean, I don't know what the total time would be, but I'm telling you, this is a quick and easy, healthy. I mean, the reason I started doing this, I love fried wings, I do, but I'm telling you, I got really close because my family wanted, they didn't want them fried anymore. And I got really close with the Instant Pot and the broiler method. And the broiler method, you don't have to do the broiler method, I guess, but it seems to, I like it better. I just do. So right now, we've already used about, I don't know, a half of that. All I'm going to do right now is kind of coat them up just a little bit. And they're going to sit here for about 5-10 minutes. And every once in a while, I'm going to come by and maybe shake them up a little bit. But that's all we're doing now is waiting on those to kind of get ready for the broiler. So, anyhow, I'll be right back and we'll do that part. Okay, now, this might be the point where I would add fresh, cracked pepper or ground pepper on it. So, as you can see, they're a little, they don't have a lot of color. It's not like your wing shops, but this makes it a lot closer. If you when you go to a wing shop, they fry them and then they cover them with or a lot of them do, they cover them with lemon pepper seasoning. And that's a great way of doing it. And you can even do that now. If you had lemon pepper seasoning, you add it. But these already got a good flavor to them. So all we're going to do is add a little extra pepper, which doesn't hurt. I'm telling you, it makes them great. So we're going to let them sit just a minute longer while I get the oven heated up. And then we're going to put them under the broiler and see what they look like. Now, just move them over here to the sheet pan, and I got the broiler already going. And by the way, I washed this container real well after it had raw chicken in. So, you can add what's in there to the wing. We may do that. We'll see how they look in just a second. And sometimes I do, maybe sometimes I don't. But I mean, sometimes I use a dry rub on them just to, I don't know, it's for looks mainly because they got plenty of flavor right now. But I'm going to set these in the oven under my broiler, which is cherry red right now, if I can get it where it'll show. And it's 9:40. And one thing I say very often, if you've watched my videos, don't walk away from a broiler with any food under a broiler. I mean, you got the 5-10 minutes it's going to take. You just sit here and watch them. You don't try and walk away because bad things can happen. At first, you could burn your food, but it could be worse than that. So, not going to harp on that. Just We'll call it 9:41 when I put them in there, and you'll see how long. It's very short time before that right there starts making things happen. So I'll come back in a minute. We'll let this go a minute, and we got the time, so we'll know exactly how long it takes before they start browning and crisping up a little bit. So come back in just a second. Okay, we're at about roughly 3 minutes, and you can see already, if I can get it to do it, you can see they're already browning and sizzling up real well. Look at, I mean, and it's changing the color of them, and it's crisping that skin. I mean, this is 3 minutes now, so I mean, there's a lot happens in a short time. It surprises most people, I think, at how fast it happens. So anyhow, that being said, I'm going to set this down again, and we're going to let them. I'm going to pull them out in just a minute and roll them over. So we'll be right back, probably. Okay, I'm just going to show you at 4 minutes. I mean, they are rolling, and they're done on that side for sure. I mean, people don't realize how fast this happens. You know, I mean, it's a and now you've taken it away. You don't have to worry about cooking it in the oven. All you're doing is browning it, and it's the same thing as cooking it. I mean, it's already cooked. The wing's cooked. So anyhow, I'm gonna get it out. We're gonna flip those over and put them right back in. And I'll say also, I mean, you can hear them. It's not just seeing it. You may have been able to on the camera, but they're you can hear them sizzling and crackling. I mean, they're really close to. You can do a couple of things to make them pretty much exactly to what a fried wing does, and you can do some things to make them look more, you know, traditional, like they come from the wing shop. And that's like, but really tonight I just wanted to show how simple it is and how quick it is with as few ingredients as I could come up with. But shaking a little more lemon pepper on there works absolutely fantastic too, to make them look just like they came, you know, or like they were deep fried. In other words, like they came from your wing shop and they're deep fried. So we're gonna let those go for whatever time it takes. I never call a time. It's nothing to do with time. It's watch. And you got to sit at a broiler and watch it. So anyhow, I'll be right back. Okay, we're at about 9-10 minutes, and I'm sure you can probably hear them, and you can see. In fact, I need to get those out right now. So I'm going to get them out and get them on a plate. I got one more step I may do to them. So we'll see. Let me get those out of there though, because they need to come out from under there, and we'll be right back. Okay, so there's how they look. They are absolutely, they're perfect. I mean, you can eat them just like that. But I like a lot of flavor on them. I just do. I like the lemon pepper flavor. So I put them back in the container that I put them in to start with. I don't know if you can see it on the thing, but anyhow, this container has been washed, and there's nothing been in here but cooked chicken and my Lawry's lemon pepper. So I mean, it's safe to use. In other words, I've kept it covered, and it's only been 10 minutes since I had wings right out of the Instant Pot in there. So all I'm going to do is put this like this, put them in here, and just barely shake them around a little bit. And I'm going to let them sit just a short amount of time. But all I'm going to do is this right here. Just kind of coat them up with that marinade. And this is the way I like them. Now, I'm not going to tell you, I'll tell you this. I also have this, I mean, you don't have to have it, but I have a lemon. A lot of times I will squeeze, and I'm probably going to squeeze a little fresh lemon on it and put a little more cracked pepper on it. You know, most people may not have a lemon, I guess I'm getting at. That's the big deal. But, you know, if you don't, it's not a crisis. But if you got it, of course, use it. I mean, it adds. So I like fresh everything, you know. So I'm going to use about that much of the lemon, which is not much. I just want a little bit of fresh lemon juice to add to the flavor. You know, it does give a different. It's fresh, you know. It adds to. You're using a product that's in a jar, and it's quick and simple, and it's fantastic. But it certainly don't hurt to add a little fresh on it. So we're gonna let those sit just a minute. I'm gonna get those on the plate, and I'll show you how good they look shortly. Okay, I tried them with that little bit of a lemon, on them, and some cracked black pepper, and they're absolutely fantastic. You can't beat this. In my opinion, it's a quick and easy, no mix, no worry about a bunch of stuff, but pour some of this right here on it, a half a bottle of that. You can make that 3 times with that probably. And it's just simple, and they're very, very good and very quick. I'm 35, maybe 40 minutes from the time I took them out of the refrigerator. But I mean, if you look at that, they're very, very good for a wing that's not fried. I don't know how you'd beat it. I just say that. And I love lemon pepper. I love hot too. I've got a video on hot ones. I love them. So I'm not going to say it's not a little different because of this. It's got other flavors. It's got some vinegar and stuff like that in it. I like it. Now, I mean, I also have a recipe that I do with the dried lemon pepper. And I like it. You know, it's just this one to me, for simplicity and quickness, this is it. You pick it up, you pour it on there, you put it in the Instant Pot, you get it done, you put it back on there and you stick it in the oven. One of those steps, the oven probably could be eliminated, but not to me. I like them like that. I can't say enough about my Instant Pot. It's a great device, and it does a lot of things well. Anyhow, thumbs up on the chicken wings. I'm telling you, they are they are as good, better than a lot of restaurants you go to. If you've ever been to a lot of, you order wings at a place and you get them, you're not happy with them. I mean, it happens a lot. Most of them can't touch this right here. They're fantastic. Again, I mean, look, they're great. Anyhow, In the Kitchen with Jelly 007, lemon pepper wings. A lot of people love them. I do. Anyhow, y'all come back to see me. www.jelly007.com. Y'all have a good night. Cook some lemon pepper wings. Come back to see me.